Bonjour tout le monde and welcome into my kitchen. The Gay Gourmand here. Today I am going to demystify the art of making pasta. We are making ravioli. If you think the idea of pasta sounds daunting, I may have agreed with you before I even tried it for the first time. So I'm here to teach you how easy it is, how incredibly simple it is, and before you know it, you'll be making all types of pasta. But for this video, I am strictly going to teach you how to make raviolis. And once you understand the concept, you can basically take this dough recipe and use it for spaghetti, linguine, any type of pasta you choose. And if you've been following along, you may have seen my lemon ricotta ravioli recipe, and that's what I'll be making tonight. So let me show you first what you will need. All right, so this is what you'll need to get started, and I'll put links to all of this stuff on my website so you know exactly where to get it. I have the Atlas 150 by Mercado, and what I really like about this device, and I'll show you when I get everything set up, is it literally just sticks to your counter. I just put this device here, I clamp it to my counter, and it stays in place. And then I grab my pasta crank, and as I make my pasta dough, I will slide it in here and just continue to crank it out, which again, you'll see the whole process here in just a bit. I have my ravioli stamps. I have two different shapes here. I have a circle and a square. You can get all types of fancy if you want, but these are just two that I have. Again, all from the Mercado brand. But I'm already salivating thinking of dinner. So let me show you how easy it is to make pasta. To begin the process, I'm gonna start with 2.5 cups of flour. Just grab a large bowl and go ahead and add your flour. There's 2 cups. And half a cup. And then you'll add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Grab a whisk and just make sure everything's mixed up well. Now we'll add our eggs and our oil. For the next step, we're just gonna create a well in the middle just by taking our index finger and swirling a circle in the center, just creating a spot where we can put the eggs and the oil, kind of where everything will fall into place. So I've got 4 large eggs, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and just mix everything up with your hands. And would you believe me if I told you that this is all you will be using to make your pasta? Everything is in this bowl right now. And I just want to try and create a solid ball of dough. Now at this point, I'm gonna sprinkle some semolina flour on my counter and just knead it until it's not sticky anymore. All right, so this is what I'll be using to dust my counter. It's semolina flour. It says it's for superb pasta, and I want superb pasta. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. And just knead it until it's not sticky anymore. I mean, we're almost there already. Okay, so I shaped my dough into a ball. It's no longer sticky anymore. And now I'm just going to create just a small disc, cover it up with some plastic wrap, and let it sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes later, we've got our dough ready to be worked. I'm gonna slice this into 4 pieces. And we'll work with 1 piece at a time. Keep the other 3 covered until you're ready to use them. And again, I'm gonna grab that semolina flour, and I'm using this instead of flour. And if you ask most chefs, cooks, what have you, they will use semolina flour. It's high in gluten, so it's just gonna bring out that taste in your pasta and help keep it shaped when you're cooking it. So I'm just gonna roll this roughly into a rectangle. All right, looks good to me. Let's go ahead and assemble our device. So I went ahead and I stuck my Atlas 150 to my counter. Now I've got my turning stick for the pasta. And I'm gonna set the level here to level 2. Start with a level 2 a couple times, crank it through. You'll go up to 3, 4, and essentially you'll end up at level 7, which is perfect for raviolis. So I'm gonna make this more of a rectangle so it goes through evenly. I actually said that earlier, didn't I? But I did not follow my rules. Okay, there we go. More like a rectangle. I'll do it another time. Move to level 3. And you want to get it thin because I actually made this mistake the very first time I ever made raviolis, is when you have thick pasta and when you cook it and you've got, you know, delicious cheese or you have a meat in the middle, all you're tasting really is a bunch of pasta. You want the right ratio to really enjoy all your work of making homemade pasta. Just trust me here. Nice. And the very last one, we'll do 7. Looking good, looking good. Oh wow, look at that. Well, I'm just gonna move that over here. Okay, so we've got one piece ready to go. Let's do another one, and then we can start making our ravioli. Now it's time to assemble our raviolis. This is the fun part. I think I'm just gonna stick with, let's do the circle. I'm feeling the circle today. So if you think about every place you're gonna have a circle, just make kind of a small indentation. So we're gonna make 9 raviolis from 2 strips of pasta. And right here I have a mixture of goat cheese, ricotta, some lemon juice, and some Parmigiano Reggiano sprinkled in there just a little bit. All the cheeses. Then I'll just place the pasta, the second piece, over. Okay. And look at that. Our first one, let me just grab a little cutting board and put ours over here, and we'll just continue to do the same. Nice. I'm just pinching the edges just to make sure everything is enclosed. Got my water already bubbling over there. Oh wow, these are gonna be so good. And voila, you have homemade raviolis. Is there anything better? Now I just went ahead and I used some of the pasta water with some lemon juice, and then I sprinkled on some more of the Parmigiano Reggiano, along with a little parsley and some fresh pepper. I cannot wait. Let's give it a taste. And I happen to have my fork in my apron because I'm ready. I want to cry, this is so good. Nothing compares to fresh homemade pasta, and hopefully I encouraged you to try it if you haven't already. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and until next time, remember to cook and bake fearlessly.